Hello, everybody. I feel like I need to sort out my thoughts right now. It's been almost a week since we got back from Lanzarote, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to edit that video before this one or if I'm going to be editing this before Lanzarote's video because I want to film myself explaining a little bit about the trip because honestly, the trip and the days were so hectic that in the end, I had planned to vlog like talking to camera, but in the end, I mostly filmed footage there, but then I basically didn't really explain anything. But it's been so hot. It's been so hot in here that I just have been waiting for it to pass a little bit. Here at home, I live in the north of Spain. There's no AC. We have some fans, but that's it. And honestly, they're not enough for me to just, function. These days, I've been having these like extreme exhaustion and my calves have been getting contracted at night. And like every time I eat anything, I immediately need to like lay down and like lay my head down because I feel like I'm gonna pass out. So because oh my god, I'm so excited to share with you about the Lanzarote trip because it was amazing. It was so good. I had so much fun and I have so much to tell you about when I finally get to film that. I have also gotten aligners and now I have all these weird things on my teeth. The house is a mess. I have like the suitcase is still here. Everything's a mess. Everything's dirty and I need to clean it. And if it wasn't enough with all of this, I need to explain the timeline in order for you to understand what's happening right now. Jeremy and I got the pareja de hecho to formally apply to be like registered as a couple in Spain. There's that thing, there's marriage and there's pareja de hecho. And we did that in February because the plan was for us last year. It was quite stressful, at least it was for me, definitely. I was already running pretty tired of the long distance relationship, especially because when Jeremy comes to Spain, he can stay 3 months, but if he stays 3 months, then he has to be away for 3 months before he can return. So it's not like we can just plan freely. So I was having to go and it's really hard to run a business and be a freelancer when you're like constantly having to move and go to another place and you don't have your stuff there. And I don't know, it was very chaotic for my mind. It was very stressful. I was wishing and hoping that finally we can settle somewhere and we can decide to stay for longer. And even though I know that Jeremy's probably still gonna travel often, at least we don't have those deadlines because it just felt like the clock was ticking constantly. It just felt like you could not enjoy anything because it's like, okay, we have this amount of time and then no matter what, you need to leave. Also, it's really expensive to have to be traveling so much between Japan and Spain. Jeremy and I met in Japan. He had been living there for 10 years, but he's from Taiwan. His family's in Taiwan. Honestly, I don't mind living in Japan. I have been living there before. I love living there and I have learned the language enough to feel comfortable there. So I didn't feel, even though I really love Taiwan, I just felt like it would feel too much of like starting from scratch for me. I'd be kind of bummed that it's not Japan. It's such a complicated language, Chinese, and I just feel like my brain capacity has already been covered for a complicated language that's very different from Spanish. It's a new culture, it's a new thing, I don't know anything about it, and it was too much for me, and something told me that's not where I want to be living in the long run. But the problem is that it's not easy for me to live in Japan. They give you a visa if you work for a company. And if Jeremy was Japanese, then sure, we could get married and I could live there. But he's not Japanese, so even if he has the residence permit, we can just do that. In the end, we settled on the idea of living here, at least for a while, because then Jeremy can, travel around Europe as well. That's something he wanted to do. We decided on that, and I guess we just thought the process would be easier. I don't know, maybe we're naive. Actually, I don't think we thought it would be easy, but then when in February we did the Pareja de Hecho application, it was so fast. That was so fast that we thought, oh, this was so freaking easy. Maybe this other thing is going to be easy as well. And no, it has not been that easy. Here there are different residence permits you can apply for. So we decided to do the residence permit for family of foreigner. I know the name in Spanish, so right now I'm collapsing right now in what I want to say. That's the permit that we applied for in March, and this would grant us the permit for Jeremy to stay here for 5 years. We did that the 6th of March, and today we are right at the end of June. It's almost been 4 months. The thing is, they told us they take 2 months to give you the reply. It's already really hard to get a freaking appointment with the foreigner administration. They never have appointments, and you have to keep checking and check at 8 a.m. on a Monday, and maybe you're lucky and they have, so you need already a month in advance to book that. And then we did that and everything was seemingly fine. But the thing is, they're saying that these things are being delayed a lot. They say if you don't get a reply in 2 months, it means that you were denied, but that's not true because people are getting their replies 6 months later. And the problem is Jeremy still has work-related duties in Japan. He owns a business there and he's still having to deal with those things there. So he needs to go back. We thought this would take a lot less time. So he's starting to get anxious about it, which is totally understandable because you get no reply and you have no clue when that's gonna happen, if ever it's gonna happen. I don't know. We were told that there's no way that the police is gonna give him a return permit. He hasn't been approved yet. If he had been approved, then he could request a return permit. It's like he's basically trapped here. When we applied for the permit, you get a paper that states that you're allowed to stay in Spain, even if the tourist visa expires, which is 3 months, right? If it expires, you can stay for longer. It expired in March, I think. But apparently, if he just decides to return, then he risks not being allowed to enter Spain again. It will be considered that all this time he's been here after the tourist visa expired, all that time, it would be time that he's been here illegally. Now we are running out of time and we want to find a lawyer to see if there's anything that can be done. At this point, it's like, are you kidding me? Is it better then that he never applied for this? Because now he's risking not even being able to come back. You do everything, you spend money on translating documents, and then this situation. I was really positive and I was expecting to have good news. This year we're finally gonna be able to celebrate that we are finally free. We're not gonna have to be worrying about not being able to see each other for months because we need to wait, and if anything happened to me in this country or to him in Japan, we wouldn't even be able to see each other because there's we're not allowed to that country and enter that country. I don't know. It's something that stresses me out a lot. So I really wanted it solved. Now we're here and it's not solved, and it might even be worse. The problem is that all the processes for getting the reply or making a new application, they're gonna take even longer. Yeah, I'll just keep you updated on that. Whatever happens, I really hope I can finally have good news. That's all. I just wanted to share a little bit about it, what is going on, because I know that if I wait too long to film again and stuff, it's gonna be so much that I need to catch up on. So I'd rather do this and just, get you on the loop, and then I can just update you. So that's all. I don't know if this will go before Lanzarote, probably, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, bye.